Here's the question. Legion. Why were they called legion? Because there are many spirits, but there's another reason. Let's go to Luke 8, 26 to 31. Okay, guys, here's where I want you to focus, please, because I want to bring out the meat here. They sailed to the region of the Gerasenes, which is across the lake from Galilee. Then Jesus stepped ashore. He was met by a demon-possessed man from the town. For a long time, this man had not worn clothes or lived in a house, but had lived in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell at his feet, shouting at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, don't torture me." For Jesus had commanded the impure spirit to come out of him, out of the man. Many times it had seized him, and though he was chained, hand and foot, and kept under guard, he had broken his chains and had been driven by the demon into solitary places. Now here's your answer. Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "Legion," he replied, because many demons had gone into him. Many demons had gone into him. There was a host of demons that possessed the man. Now notice Luke 8:31. And they begged Jesus repeatedly not to order them to go into the abyss. Why are they called legion? Because there are many demons. But I want you to note two other things. Luke 8, 28 and 31 one more time. Guys, now get ready. We're going to go a little deep. Luke 8, yep, exactly like Roman legions. Luke 8, 28 and 31. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him with a loud voice. And with a loud voice said, "What I have to do with thee, Jesus, Son of God Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not." But pay attention here. And they besought him that would not command them to go out into the deep. The demons knew you are the Son of God Most High. And they knew you have the power to torment us. And they knew he has the power to send them into the deep. Does anyone know what the deep is? The NIV gave you the meaning. Notice Luke 8:31. They begged him, "Don't send us into the deep." It's the abyss, abuso. Put the NIV, Luke 8:31. No, it's not hell. No. It may be a compartment of hell, but it's not technically hell. The abyss. And they begged Jesus repeatedly not to order them to go into the abyss. Do you know why the abyss is important, folks? The abyss is the bottomless pit that Satan will be bound for 1,000 years. Revelation 20, verses 1 to 3. The abyss is also the bottomless pit which evil, wicked demons are imprisoned, chained in, that will then be set free for a season to torment mankind. Revelation chapter 9. Let's go to Revelation chapter 9, verse 11. So notice the demons are saying, you're the one who has the power to then confine us in the abyss. That's the place where demons are confined, imprisoned. Revelation 9, read it. The king of the abyss opens up the abyss and demons come out to torment mankind. Here it goes, Revelation 9:11. They had a king over them, the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon and in Greek is Apollyon, that is destroyer. So the abyss is the place where wicked, evil demons are confined. Abyss is the place where Satan will be confined for 1,000 years. Revelation 20, verses 1 to 3. Are you making the connection? Because God has allowed some to still be free and others confined. It's like saying, Zena, why is your brother in jail and you're free? So why is your brother in jail, Zena, not you, when you're a worse criminal than him? God's sovereignty. Some he's confined, some he's given respite to the last day. But coming back to the issue, pay attention. Did you hear what the legion said to Jesus? They begged him, do not command us to go into the abyss. Are you seeing the point? The legion realized this man is the Son of God. This man has power to torment us. And this man has the power to confine us to the abyss. You with me there? You see how much they knew about Jesus? And they're definitely afraid. Now let's go to Mark 5, verses 5 to 6. Let me show you something else. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him. What did they do? From a distance, far away, he recognized Jesus. Mark 5, 6. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him. This is why the NIV butchered it and dropped it. Go back and look at the Greek. It means worship. It doesn't mean they simply fell. They worshipped him. Guys, do you see? From a far distance, they knew that's the Son of God. They knew that they're utterly powerless against him. They knew that the response is to fall and worship him. And they knew not only is he worthy of their worship, he has the power to torment them, and they can't do anything to stop it. But folks, let me ask you a question. This is their first earthly encounter with Jesus. This is the first time they're seeing Jesus. How do they know who Jesus was when this is their first earthly encounter? First meeting on earth. How do they know so much about Jesus? How do they know? How do they know he's the Son of God? How do they know he demands our worship? We better worship him. Why are they deathly afraid? trembling with fear, shuddering with fear. And how do you know? He's the one who has the power to torment us. And he has the power to confine us to the abyss. Do you know why? Because they recognize him from the heavenly realm. Although this was their first earthly encounter, they knew him from heaven. And they knew this is the divine Son of God, their creator and judge. And is it a coincidence? They react to Jesus the way James 2:19 says. The demons react knowing God is one. And James 2 verse 19 says, you believe God is one. You do well. For even the demons know that and fear. They react to Jesus in fear the same way that demons react in the presence of the one God. Clear? Is it sinking in? Oh, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Matthew 8:28-29. Matthew 8:28-29. Now, there wasn't just one demon-possessed man. There were two demon-possessed men infested by multitude of demons. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils. It's the same story, same event. Mark and Luke mentioned the prominent one who spoke, but Matthew tells you there were two. The one who spoke and the other one that was there, and they were both infested by legions. Did you catch it? Matthew 8:28-29. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by the way. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? They already knew who he is. Now notice this part. Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? Wait, they knew there's an appointed time where this Son of God would torment us. But why are you here before the appointed time? You're the Son of God who will then torment us at the appointed time. But have you come before the time to torment us? So they even knew there's a time in which this is the one who would judge them and torment them. They even knew that about him. Did it sink in? We know who you are, the Son of God, the Holy One of God, all powerful. We're powerless against you. Your presence causes us to quake with fear. We're stricken with terror, and we have to worship you, and you can torment us, and there's a time appointed where you'll torment us, but it's not the time. So why are you here? I want you to take away two things before we conclude. Number one, this was their first earthly encounter with Jesus, but they knew who he was, the all-powerful Son of God, who demanded their worship, and they had no choice but to worship him, who struck them with fear and terror because they knew they're utterly powerless against him, who has the power to torment them and confine them to the abyss, and who at the appointed time will torment them. But this was their first earthly encounter. You know why? Because though this was the first time encountering on earth, and they're shocked that he's here. Why are you here? They knew who he was because they remember him from heaven. These passages testify, Matthew, Mark, Luke, the pre-human existence of Jesus, that Jesus was in heaven and they knew him from heaven. And they were shocked that he's on earth as a man. But this leads to the second point. Are you ready for the second point? This tells you that demons can see the inner person, because Jesus was in a body of flesh. Looking at him externally, you don't know who he is. But they could look beyond the flesh, the external, the outer shell, and see inside the inner person. That means demons are able to see your inner person. They don't just see your shell, the outer self. They see the inside inner person. And there's something about being born again, regenerated by the Spirit, that demons can see. In other words, when you're born again, something happens to you inwardly, spiritually, and the demons see the inner person who's now made alive, and they know that's a child of God. Are you getting it? So human beings were seeing a human flesh and blood Jew. They could only see outwardly. The demons went beyond the flesh and go, oh, that's him, the Son of God in the flesh as a man. They could see the true inner person of Christ. The physical body could not veil it to them, right? Did you get all that thus far? Did that sink in thus far, everything? Now, let's end it with a bang. Not only do we have the demons knowing he is the Son of God, he's all-powerful, we're powerless against him. He strikes fear and terror and dread, makes us tremble with fear, and we can't help but worship him because of who he is. He's worthy of our worship, and he has the power to consign us to the abyss, and at the appointed time, he will torment us. Folks, you know what that means? The demons you fear are the very demons who fear Jesus, because they know we are nothing. He's the one to fear. He's the one that you don't want to get angry. See, we got it all misplaced. We're more afraid of demons than Jesus. But the demons' reaction tell you, friend, I'm nothing. You don't want him to get angry, because that's the one that strikes terror in our hearts. So they're telling you indirectly, he's the one to fear. Don't get him angry. and thank him that he's a God of infinite love who's in love with you. Because if you get him angry, no power will save you from his hand, from his judgment. You get the point? But how merciful, how compassionate, how beautiful, how loving, how lovely is Jesus that he can walk in the midst of corrupt, wicked sinners, decrepit sinners, and not consume them in his wrath, but tolerate them and be loving and kind to them. Whereas when a demon sees him, immediately they tremble in fear and fall before him because they know that's the response. You see how amazing and beautiful your Jesus, my Jesus is? The real Jesus of history, the Jesus of the Bible, not the satanic Jesus of Joseph Smith. You see why he's worthy that you love and adore him and be in love with him? The one that strikes terror in the heart of Satan and demons is the one who gently comes to you with gentle, loving words, gracious words, in humbleness to embrace you and love you and remove your fears, your doubts, and unbelief. What an amazing, beautiful Savior. We love you, Lord Jesus. Now let's end it with this. Are you ready now? Luke 8:39, guys, pay attention. Jesus, when he heals the demoniac, there were two of them according to Matthew. He heals them, says, go back to your family. Now watch this. Here's where I want your ears. Return to thine house, go back to your house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. So what did he say to them? Go to your house, to your family, and tell them the great things God has done for you. Okay, pay attention. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Jesus had done unto him. Bam. He told him, go tell people the great things God did for you. He ran and saying, look what the great things Jesus did for me. Friend, he told you to go and tell people the great things God did for you. Why are you going around telling people all the great things Jesus did for you? Hello? Jesus is the God who did great things for me.